Carolina Tony, coming to you today from the Ryman Auditorium here in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This very stage has been host to some of the greats of country music. One of my favorites was Hank Williams. He used to perform right here. Of course, he died, I think, the year before I was born. But this is an awesome place. Of course, in 1974, it's closed down and moved out to near Opryland. But anyway, it still has shows here. Still a lot of greats perform here, right up on this very stage. And we're going to take a look at it in a little more depth, but right after the station identification. This is little Jimmy Dickens. He died in 2015. He was a performer on the Grand Ole Opry for over 49 years. I've seen this guy in person. He was a hoot. There's Bill Monroe. Okay, we are at the Ryman. And we're fixing to go inside. Now, I don't know if it's true, but I have read that this suit that he's wearing right here is original and that he actually owned this suit. Old Hank passed away when he was 29 years old on New Year's Eve. Picture of Hank performing at the Grand Ole Opry next to Grady Martin and Jerry Rivers and Dale Parker. This is Hank Williams Martin D28. He had this when he died, and it was passed down through his family. Inside of the Ryman Auditorium. In the beginning, this was a church, as you can see from the stained glass. But for many, many years, this was home to the Grand Ole Opry. Here are some of the clothing and instruments used by folks as performed here at the Ryman. There's the Old Crow Medicine Show. Here's his outfit. This is a stage costume for Margot Price from 2017 appearance. She is tiny. Oh. Boots by Ryan Adams and a dress that Amy Grant wore performing here Christmas at the Ryman. Here's a hat worn by Bill Monroe. Here is a suit. Actually looks like a velvet suit worn by Johnny Cash. And look at those long boots. If Johnny Cash wore those, I wouldn't want to tell him those look like hooker boots. The Grand Ole Opry radio show was broadcast from here for many, many years. And the Ryman closed down in 1974. I remember back when I was just a little fella listening to the Grand Ole Opry radio show on the radio at home. For many years, this here was known as the Confederate Gallery, and I don't see it anymore, but I'm going to guess that somebody figured that that was politically incorrect and did away with it. Now the Grand Ole Opry moved out across town to a new stage and near Opryland Hotel in Opryland, and in the middle of their stage is a round circular hardwood floor that was actually cut from this original floor and moved out there. It's like somebody's getting ready for a show, perhaps. And there's what announcers would stand and say, tonight's presentation is brought to you by Martha White's Self-Rising Flower.
Now here's Minnie Pearl's hat. So Minnie Pearl's real name was Sarah Collie Cannon. And since she dressed her as she thought a young country girl come to town when to go to meeting would dress. And these shoes here, she wore those shoes for 40 years.
As I said, old Hank here, he would perform at the Ryman. Sometimes he'd hang over at Tootsie's Orchid Lounge and drink a beer or two. And then maybe come over here to Ernest Tubbs Record Shop and play at the Midnight Jamboree. Incidentally, it was Hank Williams that inspired me to learn to play the guitar. The very first record album I ever owned, Your Cheating Heart. True story. I'm in Auditorium, and this would have been the back door right here. And you see how close Tootsie's Orchid Lounge is. And this is right alley, so it was real close for performers to leave the Ryman and slip over and have a beer or two. Ryman Auditorium, like I said earlier, it was a church and became the Church of Country Music. This is Tootsie's Orchid Lounge. Now back probably 64, 65 years ago, Hank Williams was singing at the Grand Ole Opry. He'd come over here and have a beer or two, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Let's go inside and take a look. Yeah, I think up here in the balcony, probably some really good seats. They're fairly close. You can get a great view. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close for now. Hope you enjoyed our trip to the Ryman Auditorium. There's a lot of history here. I really enjoyed it and hope you did as well. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel. If you're here for the first time, be sure to go down here and click subscribe. After that, ring the bell so you'll be notified every time we put a video out. But for now, y'all have a good day.